Welcome back to another episode of The Canon, where I bring the latest in comic book and superhero movie news. I'm your host, Terry, and it is my job to bring you the stuff that matters. What matters today is Shazam. He is finally cast. We have Zachary Levi, former star of the former series Chuck, is now going to be Shazam. It is made official. He'll be starring in an upcoming movie directed by David F. Sandberg. We heard Shazam was the next movie in production, and next up on the slate for Warner Brothers. It seems they're already in pre-production. Now we got our first official casting, besides The Rock, of course. So I'm not sure how to feel about this. If you know me at all, you know Shazam is my favorite character. Has been for a very long time. And so for me, The Rock as Black Adam was perfect. And then it caused a problem because I wondered, well, who can you get opposite The Rock that's actually going to look imposing? And so for a long time, I really felt that they were going to double cast Rock as Black Adam and Shazam. And the movie was slated to come out in 2019. So a lot of people were going crazy and saying, "Was this Shazam? We heard The Rock years ago, and I don't think this movie is happening." All this crying. I'm like, when they initially announced it, it was slated for 2019. Why would you hear anything until we got closer? So I always felt it was going to happen, and I felt they were going to let The Rock grow as an actor by the time the movie came around, and he was going to do both. And then, of course, John Cena came into the play, and I don't know, I just never felt comfortable with that. And so for me, it was always, how do you find somebody that really looks like Shazam and really stands up to The Rock? And I know a lot of people say that the physical nature of it doesn't really matter for the movies, but for me, it kind of does. Like, it has to look kind of similar. But I will say this guy isn't Jason Momoa looking dude or anything, but I will say that he can be Shazam. I've never watched Chuck. I didn't watch really anything he's in, so I just went to IMDb to kind of look him up. And if you look at some of the pictures, especially when he clean shaven, he has that square jaw, youthful look. And I don't know, something about it, the dark hair, some made me feel like I could see him as Shazam. Now, of course, he's going to have to do the Hollywood hero thing and bulk up a little bit. But I'm like, you know what? I can see him as Shazam. I actually can see that. And so it got me a little excited, especially if you go with the new 52 more sleek Shazam that's more like a young 20-year-old looking guy rather than the OG Shazam that kind of looks like a 40-year-old grown swole god. So I think it could work. I think it absolutely could work. I'm excited to see who they get as Billy Batson. Now, at first I wanted unknown, but with so many kid actors really flourishing right now, I do want to see them get somebody exciting, whether it's a Jacob Tremblay or if you grab one of the Stranger Things kids. I think it's a lot of child talent right now, and so I'm really excited to see who they get as Billy Batson. I feel a little at ease that we finally got a Shazam. Now, he doesn't look like he'll stand up to The Rock. We don't know what he's going to look like once he transforms, because these actors look totally different. But I don't see him look like imposing to The Rock. But I'm okay with that, because Black Adam is supposed to be an older, more experienced, scary opponent. And so next to The Rock, this guy's probably going to look a little undermatched. And you know what? For the narrative, I think that works well. I'm fine with it. So from everything I heard, though, this kid or this guy, he has some lighthearted, some comedic, some charm to him. So it seems like he's going to be able to play the man-child that Shazam is. As because at first you're going to have to act like a kid, like, whoa, I got power. It's going to be like Big, Tom Hanks with Big. So I'm excited for it, though. I'm at ease a little bit. The fact that we're getting a Shazam movie is enough for me. So I'm just going to sit back and wait and see kind of how everything plays out and how the rest of the cast fills out. Alright, so last up in the news, we had Justice League. It was rumored, it's still not officially confirmed, but we had a rumor that Justice League is going to have an embargo date until the day before the movie drops. So a critic, I believe, screenshotted an invitation or an email from Warner Brothers Press saying that the embargo date for Justice League will lift, I believe it's November 15th. And that's the Wednesday before the movie comes out. Now, of course, in most cities, Thursday is opening night. So that's one day before the movie drops. Now, I don't talk a lot about movie stuff on here, like movie business, but embargo means they can't do any reviews until that date. And usually if they wait until the day before, that means they are trying to hide the reviews because they're bad and they don't want it to mess up their movie. So a lot of people are alarmed. They're saying that it's a bad sign that they're trying to hide the reviews. It's Batman v Superman all over again and all this other stuff. So for me, I struggle with this because for I would say about 90% of the time, there's no real arguing that it's a bad sign when a studio holds the embargo date until the day before. But with this, I kind of, you know, it might be the fan in me, but I kind of look at it like, hey, well, if I'm Warner Brothers, I know I'm fighting an uphill battle. Like, everybody keeps talking about Wonder Woman, that's fine. But this is a sequel to BVS. The Wonder Woman is its own solo thing. Like, yes, it gives you some goodwill, but for the most part, this is about BVS. So you fight an uphill battle. Whether people start liking the ultimate cut or you got more fans later, whatever, it doesn't matter. We know what happened with Batman vs. Superman and the critics. So if it's me, I'm like, you know what? Everybody's expecting it to be bad, especially with the Joss Whedon whole takeover thing with Zack Snyder. And you got the Marvel haters that are going to hate it anyway. And then you got the people that are burnt from the last movie. So everybody's expecting it to be bad. And so I would say, well, wouldn't it be a gutsy move? Definitely, but a fun move if you said, hey, let's wait till, you know, day before, and if there's no buzz out there, we just, like, let's say we know it's good, let's wait till that Wednesday, there's no buzz, people are like, oh crap, this is gonna suck, and then boom, drop the bomb on the internet, flood it with all these positive reviews and everything. So to keep in mind, just because the embargo day is the day before, they're actually showing the movie like a week before to critics. So it's not like they're hiding the movie from critics, because that really would have been a sign, but they're just holding the reviews back. So let's say you know it's good, you show it to the critics a week before, you get confirmed, yes, it's really good, they like it. Let's hold that date. Let's let the world, think what they're going to think, and then completely blow their expectations out of the water and have those ticket sales bump up. Now that's gutsy, it's risky, it's bold. I don't know if that's the case, but I do think it's a possibility. I don't know how likely it is, maybe like a 50%, but I think it's possible. Now the flip side of it is a lot of people saying, well, they are doing that because they are scared and they don't trust themselves. And so what they're going to do is wait to see how the critics react at the screening. And then from there, they're going to move the embargo date up if the critics like it. And if they don't like it, they're going to leave it where it's at and brace for the hit. I don't know. I really don't know, because they did that with Wonder Woman. And Warner Brothers, it seems like they don't know what they're doing. They've always seemed like that. So it wouldn't shock me if that was the case. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just being optimistic. But it honestly, it doesn't scare me, but it worries me a little bit. I personally think it's going to be good. It might be a mess of two movies put together, but I just think seeing that on screen is going to take my breath away. Seeing Justice League together and all that is just going to be too much for me. But I am terrified that it's going to be a mashup of two movies. So we'll have to see. I know tickets are on sale. It took a while for tickets to go on sale. People were worried about that. I don't think that means anything, because that's not going, when you put your tickets on sale isn't going to change anything. But I got my tickets. I stalked that page and I was the first one to get tickets in the theater. So got my tickets. I'm ready to go. I got a movie pass now for anybody that knows what the movie pass is. So I'm probably going to watch Justice League every day for about a month. So I'll be contributing to the box office that way. But anyway, go to the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts about Zachary Levi as Shazam. What do you think about Justice League holding the reviews to the day before? Is it a bad sign? Give me a comments. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. And if you heard it here, it's official canon.